Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's official prices. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so getting started here, we've got the brand new Solar Auxilia Battle Group, and this is going to be $210 USD. So this is super exciting and basically like a new launch box for the actual Solar Auxilia range, which is basically like your Astra Militarum or Imperial Guard coming to plastic for the Horus Heresy. Now I do suspect this is going to be very popular because these models are great and a lot of people probably will be picking them up either for 40k also or potentially conversions. So I figured we'd spend an extra second here and just kind of break down the value inside the box. So you have two 10-man units of the Solar Auxilia and then also like your 5-man command squad. And rather than comparing the prices to the old Forge World models, I think comparing them to like other plastic kits is a little bit more reasonable. So I think the infantry is basically somewhere around like 50 bucks a squad roughly. So you're talking about $150. Now because it's Horus Heresy, there's definitely a possibility that like the command squad would be 50 bucks. And then the actual 20 troopers would be closer to like $70. So we'll count them as about 120 to 150. Sentinel's probably going to be coming in at 45. So sticking on the low end, we'll say it's about $165. And then a Leman Russ, about $65 on its own. So that's about $230 in value. And then the new tank, I would say, is going to be at least $65 on top of that. So we're looking at easily $300 in value in this set, probably closer to like $320 or something like that, relative to what Games Workshop is going to price this stuff at when it comes out. So with that price coming in at about $220, we're saving a little over like 30%. Maybe as much as like 35 or 40%, again, depending on the pricing. So I think this is a really nice box. I think it's going to sell extremely well. It's going to be very popular. It is going to be limited run because it's a launch box. So if you're after this one, I wouldn't mess around. I would definitely check this one out. Now, obviously, you'll be able to grab this with a nice discount. So if you are interested in this, if you're interested in the Solar Auxilia, as with most of these launch boxes, they're a really good deal, and picking them up with a nice discount is always worth your time. So very, very nice. I'm definitely going to be grabbing up one of these myself. All right, and next we got the dice. So the Horus Heresy dice come in sets of 20, one of which is the scatter die, and Games Workshop priced their dice at $2 a piece. So 20 dice, 40 bucks as expected. All right, and then coming in Forge World Resin, we have the Stormseer Consul. So Games Workshop prices their individual characters at $42 for the Forge World characters, and he will be direct only. So 42 bucks for the Stormseer Consul. And then we have the Dark Emissary Consul. So again, character model from Forge World, $42 as well. No big surprises there. Very nice looking models. And then we have the Apothecarion Detachment. So you do get the 2 apothecaries in the set. It is delayed as we saw this like closer to Christmas time. So definitely happy to see it is showing up finally. So 2 of those models, and it's $47 for the 2 of them. So relative to the rest of the Forge World models, obviously $42 individually, 47 bucks for 2 is definitely a deal. That is $23.50 per model. Nice looking models with some various like head options. So very cool and glad to see them showing up. All right, and then we have the Tomb King's Bone Dragon. So this is the first time this is being offered outside of the box set and gives us a much better idea as to just how great a deal that box set was or is. So the Bone Dragon on his own is $100. There was definitely a big range that this guy could have fell in. I think $100 is on the lower end for what it could have been priced at, considering it is a new model and it is big. And the new stuff for like Sigmar and 40k is closer to like $200. Now, obviously, this isn't as detailed. It doesn't have as many options. But I think $100 is definitely on the lower end of what Games Workshop could have done with this. So happy to see it priced at $100, honestly. Very, very cool model. Definitely a fan. All right, and then next we have the Tomb King's Nekaph, Emissary of Settra. So it does specifically say that this is in Forge World Resin, and he is priced at $41. So new model, very cool, nice detail, $41 Forge World Resin for Nekaph. All right, and then returning in plastic. So we have the Tomb Kings of Khemri Skeleton Warriors. So this is a box of 36 models. So nice big box set to fill out the ranks. You can build either the Spearman or Bowman. And the Skeleton Warriors are $80 in plastic. So 80 bucks for 36 miniatures, a little over $2 a piece. All right, and then next we have the Skeleton Horsemen returning in plastic, 16 of these per box set, and $60. And again, you can build the Skeleton Horsemen with spears or with bows, 60 bucks for 16 of those. And then we have the Skeleton Chariots, so 3 of these per box, again coming in plastic, and $80 for 3 of those, which works out to a little less than $30 each. All right, and then we have some Tomb Kings returning in metal. So these are old models being brought back in metal. So first we have the Necrolith in metal for $15. Then we have Prince Apophis in metal for $18. And then we have the Tomb King's King on Chariot in metal for $45, in no particular order. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. Alright, and then coming back in resin, some of these models remastered. So first we have the Tomb King's Tomb Scorpion, $39 for this bad boy. And then next we have the Screaming Skull Catapult, and this also in resin, $59 for the Skull Catapult. And for whatever reason, the Carrion didn't show up on my price list, so I am unsure about the Carrion. But again, those are coming in Forge World resin. It may just not be on here, possibly is delayed. Alright, and then next we have the Bretonnian Knights of the Realm on foot. So these are coming in plastic. They are in a set of 20 knights. So 20 knights is going to be $80. So $80 for 20 knights, $4 each. Really nice looking models right here, and definitely cool to see them coming out. It is a big chunky unit at 20 models, so $80, a little on the pricey side, but you do get 20 of them. And I think if they came in 10s, if we cut the price in half at $40, they probably would have priced them higher, so it's probably better that they do sell them in the 20s, so you get a little bit of a discount, but very cool models. Alright, and then we have the Lord with Great Weapon. So this model, I think, was never released according to Games Workshop. It is going to be coming in metal, and it's $25 with his little squire. Alright, and then we have the Knights of the Realm, and these are the mounted knights, and you're going to get 12 in a set, and they are 12 for $60. So 12 Knights of the Realm for $60. Alright, and then coming in metal, we have some old models coming back. So we have the Questing Knights Command, $60 for those 3 models. And then we have the Questing Knights, $60 for those 3 models, also in metal. And then we have the Bretonnian Squires Command, 3 models in metal for $32. And then we have the Bretonnian Squires, 6 models in metal for $40. Alright, and then next we have the Prophetess of the Lady. So it's going to be these 2 models packaged together in metal for $50. And then we have the Legendary Green Knight in metal, one of the best models of all time, $40 for the Green Knight. Very, very cool to see people have another stab at him, as he has been difficult to get as the years have passed. And most of the time when you see him, he's either been stripped or needs stripped. So to be able to pick him up brand new from Games Workshop for a model like this, that's just an absolute classic, still holds up, and to be able to pick him up brand new in metal, $40, very, very cool offering. Alright, and then we have White Dwarf $498, $11, as all White Dwarfs are, or keep in mind you can buy that subscription for I think $95. Which comes out to about $7.50 per issue instead of the $11. So if you find yourself on the regular wanting or picking up the White Dwarfs, it's always worth considering that membership. So very cool. Lots of awesome stuff coming this week. Whether you're into the Horus Heresy, whether you want the plastic new Solar Auxilia, or you've been waiting on some of these characters to come in Forge World resin, whether you're after some of the new models coming to the old world, or some of the old classics coming back in either metal, plastic, or Forge World resin, lots and lots of offerings this week. Let me know what you're most excited about. Let me know what you think about the prices. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. I think the only thing that's really appealing to me is the Solar Auxilia Battle Group. I do think this is a nice deal relative to what they're going to be priced at MSRP. So I'm definitely going to be snagging this one up. Also, after seeing the Bone Dragon come at $100 and that whole box set being under $300, including like a $70 rulebook and all the rest of those models, I think in hindsight, there's definitely a lot of value in that big box set, as we had discussed in advance. So special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. Keep in mind their pre-orders go live on Friday night/Saturday morning at midnight. If you're after any of these models, tell them that Warhammer Man sent you. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.